this is an unusual one, everybody. I'm on a trail, but where am I? And what am I doing here? Well, I've got with me here the most powerful mountain bike in production at the moment, 1,200 watts, and it's a legal bike. I've got there, ridden by my helper today, the Merida that we bought. We're going to be doing a bit of a back-to-back between 1,200 watts and 0 watts. So we are in Steel City, so that's Sheffield, UK, and we're on PT's Steel City downhill tracks. This is the one they do the racing on, and we've come up here because why not? We might as well go somewhere normal to ride and do this little test. And I'm going to now drop in on this trail a couple of times with the different bikes and let you know at the end what I think about full power e-bike in a normal area against a non-e-bike.
To me anyway, there's a massive gap.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I have nothing to prove.
No, that's it.
Have a look first, Tubes.
Yeah, have a look.
Yeah. Let's go. Wow, this is a Steel City track. It's really good. Oh my God. Look at this track. Okay, we're not doing that gap. No, Thomas, no gap. That's a gap. And there's another one as well. Wow, what a trail. What a trail. Ugh. Wow, what a trail.
Those gaps we could definitely do.
Okay, does this keep going? First thing I've noticed is that there's not really much drop. You don't really need to pedal particularly hard to get up the trail. So that's kind of funny. Right, so just a quick power mode introduction. So this is the eco mode, which here is more than enough to get up this trail. But if I put it in the normal mode, there you go, flying along, I'm spinning before I need it, I barely feel any pressure. Put it in sport mode, remember I'm 90 Newton meters right now, spinning very easily. Put it in 90 meter mode, like 700 watt, fine. Put it in turbo mode, I mean, I'm already going stupidly fast. Look, this is ridiculous. 110 Newton meters, super fast. Well, I'm not even pedaling. Oh my goodness. This is, I mean, it's fun, but it's not cycling. Okay, I'm just heading up PT's downhill again. I really like this bike. I see the difference in the two styles of riding. The precision lightness is what I love about this, even just riding up a hill. So I'm back up at the top of the Steel City downhill bike track, and I just want to reflect a little bit on the, as you can hear I'm breathing, on the mountain bike with no motor. You know, I feel more zen riding it. I think e-bikes almost encourage you to be impatient. Interesting. That was a zen ride up. I'll do a conclusion at the end about what I think the difference are between the two bikes. Okay, the first thing to note is that there's no boost when you start riding. You've got to like roll it, but then it sort of rolls quicker and smoother. Brakes are, the bike is lighter, it's more sensitive to the brake input. Wow, which I find interesting. The bike flies better. Wow, changing of direction is much better. Bloody hell, I've never seen so many kids. So many kids here riding. Well, that was interesting. I love it. That bike is so fantastic. Braking on this bike, way more sensitive. You don't need to brake as hard. That's the weight. Like, it's really noticeable, like completely noticeable. Nobody ever talks about it, and the bike stays stable as well. You don't have that weight going forward. Even with a lightweight e-bike, it tends to dip forward. This thing, nothing. Stays there like that. Big difference. Bike feels way more connected to the trail. So you can feel a good trail. Also, you can push in, push out, push, and you can like hop. This thing is like a whole other game. Also, you don't have the motor sort of interjecting in the middle of, so you do a few pedal strokes, sometimes the motor catches up with what you're doing. It doesn't immediately spin up to full speed. With this thing, you don't have that sort of interjection if you're sort of coming out of a corner. That's an interesting point, especially if you're going fast, and you don't have that drag if you're going past 25 kilometers an hour. Wow, what a bike. That was fun. Whew. It's amazingly well maintained. So if you want to come and check out where I've been riding now, it's in a place called Greenough Woods in Sheffield and Rotherham. So nice place to ride. That was a bit of an interesting ride. I just wanted to come to a bit of a conclusion really. Just a quick reminder, we've got the Merida 160 500 base version, 170 mils of travel. Got the Thok Gram DK with an Askoll 1200 watt motor on it, 110 Newton meters, 90 if you're using it in normal mode. This bike has 170 mils travel, enduro electric, normal bike. This weighs 17.1 kilos, this weighs around 23, 24. It's a big chunk of weight over that. It's got an 800 watt battery on this one. You've got plenty of range. These two bikes at the end of the day, let's talk about this honestly, and this is one of the things I've been trying to get at when it comes to talking about power recently, and also going really hard against the hype behind power. For me, it's really ridiculous what a lot of other media outlets power, and take bikes which, if they were like this, probably wouldn't even be considered, but just because they've got an expensive motor bolted onto them, oh wow, it's the best bike in the world, and I don't believe that. So doing this little exercise where I've got a 0 watt bike against the most powerful bike you can buy that's legal on the market, between these two, I can really get a sense of what riding is really like. And I mean, it's definitely easier riding an e-bike. I mean, that is without a doubt. I thought it was basically more fun riding a normal bike. I want to explain that a bit, mainly because of the weight save. On the descents, the bike becomes way more under your control. And it's not 20 kilos, it's 17. And that 3 kilo drop again, you can really feel you're not fighting the weight. You know, braking on the 0 watt bike is way more powerful. These are the base end Dior or Shimano, less than Dior brakes, and these brakes are amazing on a lightweight bike. You do not need anything more than this. I have tried all of the best brakes on the market, and you only start to need these super powerful brakes, which honestly, and only the very powerful ones really do the job. Everything else below, say, XTR or XT, probably XTR level and down, is useless on an e-bike after you've ridden a non-e-bike, which I haven't ridden for a long time properly. Comparing things, you realise, wow, I really need the best brakes. Otherwise, the experience downhill is kind of ruined by the weight. And you can feel that here because you've got so much more precise control and so much more enjoyment in changing direction, and the bike responds immediately. And lightweight e-bikes do go somewhere close to giving that experience, but not quite like when you've got sort of a standard brake power on that bike there. Riding between the two, you get fitter riding this. I mean, there's no doubt. That should not be even off the table. I mean, I've ridden e-bikes consistently for more than 15 years, and I am fairly fit now. But when I ride this a couple of times, I'm like, actually, I can see how the training experience with this is superior and more sensitive to my body's inputs as well. Whereas this thing, you can just overcompensate, that's the word, with the power. Where's the sweet spot of power? Well, I really think that the sweet spot of power, if you're going to get an electric bike, is probably not this. This is amazing, yes, especially if you're a big rider. But for my body weight, around 90 kilos, I would say around 80 Newton meters or below, 60 to 80. That is the sweet spot of power, where you have that cycling experience, but you don't feel like you're riding a motorbike, and you don't have too much weight. Smaller batteries, 500, 600 watts, kind of ideal. I mean, the 80 Newton meters as well. I mean, riding here, so I'm in the UK briefly here, and I'm riding what their average trails. This is just like total overkill. I mean, I could get around with a 30 Newton meter motor, no problem. I'm gonna go and ride another steep hill tomorrow, but the steepest I found actually. But really, trail conditions they got here, which are pretty representative of the average, probably globally. Where I ride at home, it's unbelievable compared to the average. Powerful motor like this, 1,200 watts, 110 Newton meters, it's good. I can go up the very steepest parts, but I do that so rarely that it kind of negates the need for it. Going beyond that, to me, is unnecessary, really. And I keep saying it, but I'm experiencing it. I'm really trying to take these experiences, these powers, and really play with it to find out really what is going on, and trying to cancel out that noise of obsessive levels of desire for extreme power and, you know, all the marketing people driving it, because it's just, in my opinion, it's just a way to sell you a bike really, and you don't need that. Way more chill riding the 0 watt bike. It was way more zen, way more in touch with cycling. That was absolutely clear. So simplicity for me wins on this. I am loving the simplicity. No error codes, no problems with software, problems with cables, problems with batteries not connecting properly, motors giving up because they're getting swamped with mud and dust and dirt and water. There's none of that. This is pure simplicity and I absolutely love it. I believe e-bikes make you impatient, and I think that's something that's a problem of the modern world. It's not just about e-bikes, it's about everything. More power, faster, smoother, quicker, more messaging, more clarity, more notifications. The whole thing is making us impatient, and I think that problem has now passed itself now onto e-bikes, and I don't want to be impatient. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye everybody.